you might find Vincent Word Studies commentary using the Bible Hub desktop browser version. Bible Hub also has a mobile app, and we're not going to look at that today. It is actually almost a mirror of the browser version. I'm using the Safari browser right now. Um, the first thing you want to do is you want to look up a verse, and you do that up here in their big search bar. I have already gone to this verse, which is 2 Corinthians 2:14, which is now thanks be to God, which always causes us to triumph in Christ and makes manifest the aroma of his knowledge by us in every place. And that is the um, theme verse for the Jesus aroma for all of my work under that, all the books, and just all the ideas that God has given me about spreading the aroma of Christ come from this verse, 2 Corinthians 2:14. So I thought we would use that to take a look at how we can find commentaries on a particular verse. And I wanted to focus today on the Vincent Word Study commentary. It may be one less known to you, but I have found it very helpful and very in depth. So we put the verse in here, we typed it in, and a little scroll down will come up, so you don't have to necessarily type in the entire thing. And here you see where we are under the commentaries. How did I get there? Two ways. You can just go right here where it says commentary and click on that. Sometimes I thought it was also down here, but anyway, just click on commentary. You will come to this page. You'll see all kind of commentaries for this verse. Um, right here below the um, the verse listing, you will see a list of all the commentaries available for this particular verse. Now, you could just scroll down to look at the commentaries that you would like to look at. Or if you are more familiar with them, or if you want a specific one, like today, we want Vincent Word Study, you will go and find the shortened version, the abbreviation of that, which is right here, VWS. We'll click that. And then you will see here how this comes up. And it will say for each verse, in red will be the verse, and underneath will be in black letters the actual commentary. And so I like this commentary. I mean, I like several commentaries, but this one does, as its name says, tend to focus on the words in the original language, usually Greek here. And so you can scroll down to the verse that you're looking for and then just take a look. We can go to 2 Corinthians 2:14, and he breaks the verse down into sections. In this case, causes to triumph. He's going to talk a little bit about this Greek word right here. He also, when he's mentioning another verse, you can click on that if you want to see that other verse, if it's in blue, and you can look at that to see what he is referring to. And there's triumph. Paul mentions the same Greek verb in another verse. And so you can click right on that and see what's going on with that. So you can read now how he describes each of these in part about the triumph, about the savor or the aroma of his knowledge. And he talks a lot about that in these verses. So this is just a quick example of how to use a commentary you may not have been familiar with, which is called the Vincent's, I should say, Word Studies. And you can find it on other websites such as studylight.org for free, or Internet Sacred Texts for free. The paid version you can get on Logos, for example, which I use extensively. And the reason why that is good, it's very easy then to include quotes and things from that in your work as you're working in Logos on sermons or Bible studies or other teachings. And so that's just the advantage of using a software like Logos, but you will have to pay, $19.99 for the Vincent's Word Studies, which you could get free, but it does have some other features, and it's of course a lot easier to access. And when you're searching things in Logos, results from the Vincent Word Studies would immediately come up. But for just a simple research, if you just want to look up a few verses in Vincent's Word Studies and then just copy and paste into your usual, um, writing software, that's fine. And then even though this is not copyrighted because it is public domain, I still generally prefer to make a note if I'm quoting directly to say, Vincent's Word Study says, or to indicate where I got it from. Depends on the kind of writing you're doing, how you want to attribute. But I do give that some thought. But this is public domain. So technically you don't have to do that. But again, I just think it's better if you do. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this discussion on using Vincent's Word Studies on BibleHub.com. I really commend BibleHub.com to you. I will be doing various tutorials on it because it is free, and just to get you used to looking at commentaries and Strongs and just how to use different resources in an online setting. I know people just don't always have access to the paper copies. They're big, they're bulky, and they're extremely expensive. So um, using online resources, online software, including apps to study the Bible, is just a beautiful way to be able to go very deep in your study, spend a lot of time in God and thinking about His Word and allowing Him to speak to you as you study is really amazing in this day and age. And I am sure that God is pleased when we use technology in this way. Victoria Carrington for the Jesus Aroma, signing off, and stay tuned for my next video on how to grow deeper in Christ through Bible study.